Rania and Jenn collectively and individually are a wealth of knowledge on many things, but particularly on public safety. Today, they dive into subjects that interest them and give you their hot takes based on their public safety expertise and personal interest. In our first segment today, based on a subject that has been hot in the news cycle this week, Rania and Jenn discuss whether or not Ashton Kutcher should resign from his position as chairman of the board of Thorn after writing a character support letter for convicted rapist Danny Masterson. Thorn is the organization Ashton founded with Demi Moore in 2012, which helps build technology to defend children from sexual abuse. We recorded this episode discussing the subject on Thursday, September 14th. And later that same day, after our recording, Ashton Kutcher did indeed resign. Here is his letter to the board. Thorn Board. After my wife and I spent several days of listening, personal reflection, learning, and conversations with survivors and the employees and leadership at Thorn, I have determined the responsible thing for me to do is resign as chairman of the board effective immediately. I cannot allow my error in judgment to distract from our efforts and the children we serve. As you know, I have worked for 15 years to fight for people who are sexually exploited. Victims of sexual abuse have been historically silenced, and the character statement I submitted is yet another painful instance of questioning victims who are brave enough to share their experiences. This is precisely what we have all worked to reverse over the last decade. The mission must always be the priority, and I want to offer my heartfelt apology to all victims of sexual violence and everyone at Thorn who are hurt by what I did. And to the broader advocacy community, I am deeply sorry. I remain proud of what we have accomplished in the past decade and will continue to support Thorn's work. Thank you for your tireless advocacy and dedication to this cause. Sincerely, Ashton Kutcher. This is the Balanced Voice Podcast.
We're going to do something totally different, talk about something not crime related. We're doing total hot topics, fun, banter, well, some cases too, but celebrity kind of ties.
Which is not my favorite subject all the time.
Love it.
I know.
So on the podcast, which you can follow on Spotify, and we're going to start introducing polls. You can go take the polls on Spotify polls. Follow us on Instagram. Follow Crime Stoppers on Facebook.
YouTube.
Share the podcast.
Yeah.
YouTube. Subscribe and rate.
Yes.
Right? Did I say them all?
Yes, you said them all. Subscribe and rate.
We'll drive the girls crazy.
Oh, God.
Subscribe.
I'm literally not allowed.
Subscribe.
All right. Danny Masterson. What do we think? 70s show actor. What was it? 3 counts of rape?
3 counts of rape. And people giving credibility to him about his character in a space that they are heavily known for working in.
Wait, what is that? What do you mean by that?
So Mila and Ashton
Yeah.
and Thorn. They have one of the most well-known technologies in fighting sexual exploitation for children and adults. So that technology is used to identify people that are being exploited. So when you're so familiar with this space,
Yeah, I know.
you wait to see what the details and the facts and the evidence are before you give anybody credibility. And I would even do that for an uncle, father, sister, aunt. If I wasn't there and I didn't see it, or I did see it, I wouldn't say anything until I'd seen the facts and evidence first, even if you were my closest friend.
I know.
Because you know that if you are sexually exploiting somebody or assaulting, I am going to crucify you.
And what's so hard about it is Ashton Kutcher and his wife, Mila Kunis, wrote this. I'm using nonprofit terms like letter of support or character statement, and sent it to the judge during the sentencing for their old-time colleague, Danny Masterson.
Who they knew for 25 years.
Yes, he was on that 70s show with them, which is a huge part of their life and upbringing. And they're saying they were asked to write about who Danny was at that time. Okay, so on the one hand, we're super tough on crime, but we also have compassion for people. And if he was a wonderfully upstanding person at that time, does the judge have a right to know about it? I don't know. But I will say what was weird about it is the way Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis spoke about it, is they said this letter was just meant for the judge, not for the public. And so it's not like they're really apologizing for writing the letter. And the whole intent of the letter is to reduce the sentence, to reduce the punishment.
Correct.
So
to have influence on a decision that's going to be made on whether he's out in the public.
Right.
And able to potentially.
And I'm not saying he should serve 30 years or 3 years. I'm not talking about the final verdict, but I am saying their intention and compared to what they're apologizing for don't seem to match up, because they knew they were writing a letter and they know the function of the letter is to reduce the sentence. Mm-hmm. And then on the flip side, they're saying, we're so sorry. The quote, we never meant to undermine the testimony of the victims, re-traumatize them in any way. Our heart goes out to every single person who has ever been a victim of sexual assault, sexual abuse, and rape. And I do believe they feel that way. But the whole thing is just, and by the way, they thought no one would ever know they wrote the letter.
Right.
What world?
That's why some people are saying, oh, really? Now they're just upset they got caught, which is so saddening for me because they've done so much for the space.
They've done so much.
And I like them. Like, I like watching her. She's super frank and transparent.
Yeah.
And
I like
she
both
doesn't
of
care what
them.
anybody thinks. She's like, yeah, I don't take a bath for 2 days. Like, she's super transparent.
Yeah.
So I can understand where they would be authentic and saying, look, we knew Danny then. We cared about him. He was a good human. What we knew of him. But when you're up against a case like this, I just think you got to wait.
Was the letter
and see
produced?
The evidence.
I don't think I saw the letter.
I didn't.
Yeah, they have
contents
his
of the
and
letter?
her letter, and in that letter, I think in Ashton Kutcher's letter, he wrote that it would be like really terrible because Danny Masterson has a daughter for her to be fatherless, and there's a lot of discussion on, well, because he has a daughter, shouldn't we be even more concerned?
Yeah, I just and I'm also not completely in the camp of, not looking at evidence before you say the victim's always right? Because, there is, you have seen cases, we've had personal friends of my son who have been falsely accused, so we know that happens.
You have to look at everything in every case.
You have to look at everything in every case.
Yes.
So, I get that. So that's where they could have leaned to before, but they know this space. And it's disheartening. And, I hope it just...
I would be fine if they said, listen, we've known him forever. We would love to see the sentence reduced. He's a dad, has a daughter.
Yeah.
That's more honest, I think, than we didn't expect anyone to see this. We weren't trying to relitigate the facts. We were just simply asked by the family to do this, and so we just kind of naively did it. And that seems to be how it came across.
Yeah.
And these are such hard situations, and there's no impunity on anyone, but I can understand why people are talking about it.
I hope they bring more feels like authenticity. Like, they felt like they were reading, and when you've got PR people.
Oh yeah, they were reading.
You're in a risk situation.
Yeah.
A public relations crisis. They do want you to read off, but I don't know. Maybe I'm a little more of a risk taker, and I'm like, I'm just going to tell you how I feel. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened, so reading it off felt a little bit staged for me.
And then you go back to, what was that time like? Like, we were just talking about this.
Yeah.
There was a time when sexual assault and that environment was a little bit, it was I don't want to say common, it was more common.
Yeah. I still think it's common, but
yeah. Will you explain the difference in the punishment phase and the guilt phase?
No, I don't.
You mean
you
don't
even do that?
Like
the arrest, charge, indict,
so like
convict.
Cases go through two phases during any kind of proceedings. You are first determined if you were guilty or innocent, and in this case, it was determined by the jury. And then, in this specific situation, it's during the sentencing.
Yes.
And they were asked during the sentencing, so not even to talk about is
was
he
after
guilty
the
or
conviction?
not. Yeah,
Yes,
it was after
it's to
he
reduce the sentencing. That's what I'm saying.
I can't run yet. As much as he does with sexual exploitation and trafficking, they both contribute.
That's the point.
All of us in the anti-trafficking
it seems
space-
disingenuous.
All of us in the anti-trafficking space would love to have Ashton Kutcher's attention to do like campaigns for us because he has credibility and he brings a light to this issue. But now I'm like,
That's all. That was my point. Like, this is a sentencing thing. Yes. So his letter is to read the sentencing.
I can't. Bye. No, not okay. You should be held accountable. I'm sorry. I've seen too many victims.
Yeah.
I've seen the years, the many, many decades it takes for them to get through just an initial layer of the trauma. No excuse. Please send an apology and be remorseful that you wrote that letter.
That's the thing.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Do it. Lay down and just say you made a mistake. It was wrong.
So what about him still being the face of Thorn?
Man, if I were the chairman of the board, I'd ask him to step down.
No, you can't. Would you really?
Absolutely.
Really?
Bleep that, please. Yes, absolutely.
I'm laughing and I shouldn't laugh. Yeah.
Go learn more.
Okay, but let me ask you a question.
Then you can maybe come back.
Let me ask a question. There's got to be gray in some of this. And I'll tell you what, not sexual assault and rape, zero gray. It's black and white. Not punishment and you commit a crime and there's an effect of that, black and white. But if somebody says, can you Jenn or Rania or Bill Smith was caught stealing, money from a bank, and somebody said, just talk to us about their upstandingness all this time, I'd be like, okay.
If I steal money from you, are you going to give me your checkbook tomorrow?
No, well, that's true. Okay. I gotcha.
If I steal money
yeah.
or take money from you that is not mine, are you going to give me your checkbook?
Tomorrow.
No.
Yeah.
You're not
so
gonna
you
give me
feel
a
like he's
checkbook.
lost credibility to speak about this moving forward?
I feel like he can contribute to the space because I know he's passionate about it and he's authentic about being passionate about the space. You can tell when he talks about sexual exploitation of children. But I feel like you obviously need to learn more. You need to talk directly with adult and children survivors of sexual assault, and then you need to come back. You can still work in the space, still go do behind the scenes stuff, but to be the face of, no, you've lost all credibility with those survivors.
Yeah.
I could call every overcomer or survivor I know right now. I'm sure I would get
The same answer.
earful.
Yeah. Should Ashton Kutcher step down? I guess that's the question we're posing. Well, let's put a poll and see what you guys think. Should he step down? I see what you're saying, and I see the passion in which you bring it to the table. And I'm not saying he shouldn't or should, but I hate making these absolute decisions when he spent so much time putting this topic on the map 15 years ago, to have it all be sort of swept away because he tried to stand up for a friend. And stand up, I don't know what the proper words. What bothers me about it is he did it to reduce the sentencing. That's the whole point.
After the conviction.
Yeah, that was the whole point.
Yeah. And I've told my sons, let me just be really honest with you. I love you, but I am not going to be one of those parents that if I find out you did something wrong, that I'm going to defend it to the end just because you're my kid.
Yeah.
If you did something wrong and you get convicted of it, or you are going to jail. And I am not going to save your ass.
Yep.
And so just know that before you go into that situation. As much as I love my children, but you have to stand. You cannot be black and white. I mean, gray in a black and white situation.
Yeah. I agree.
Thank you to our sponsor FlipLock for making this episode possible. FlipLock is a door lock unlike any other lock that was created as a nationwide, straightforward solution to protect your people, whether that be in universities, dorms, daycares, hospitals, or even government buildings. It can be added to nearly any door to keep you and yours safe. We are proud to have such a strong and like-minded sponsor of the Balanced Voice podcast. Check out FlipLock at fliplock.com. That's FLIPLOK.com.
Okay.
Okay.
VMAs.
Ugh.
I didn't watch them.
This is my least favorite topic. Obviously, I'm not an epitome of fashion.
No, but I think the outfits are so much more than statements of fashion. 2023. Oh my God, 2023 VMAs was on the other day, and I used to love. Actually, it's something my dad and I used to do every year is watch like the Oscars, and like my dad would love watching the red carpet. Like he would love it. But VMAs was never really my thing. But now that I have girls, and I mean, hello, Taylor Swift was there. Selena Gomez, who the whole family loves, was there. So of course we're watching to see them. But I just was like looking at some of the outfits.
No to the bikini dresses.
Okay, Jennifer Hohman. Look at this.
To the bikini dresses.
Doja Cat. She's trying to. What is it? Is it first of all? Is it Doja Cat?
Bikini spiderweb.
Doja Cat.
Bikini.
What is it? Who's saying? In my opinion, and Lord knows
She's beautiful though.
She's beautiful. So this is what I was going to say. This is what I'm going to say. Who told this beautiful girl that in order to get attention, you need to wear red hair, face, eyelashes, whatever, when you're at a fashion show sitting next to Anna Wintour. This was a few weeks ago.
I like her tats.
And oh my, and that you've got to be wearing fishnet from head to toe.
That's not fishnet, that's spider web.
Spider webs at the VMAs. Like, who told her that's how you get attention? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing the artistry.
Well, you can't.
I just think
even
it's
look
about
like you can walk in it.
Trying to be sexy.
So let's look form versus function. First of all, I would be falling on my ass in that outfit because I'd
be ripping open.
Yeah. And then, no to the bikini dresses.
Okay.
And you know what? But I am not the fashion expert.
I'm not, but it's not even about fashion. It's uncomfortable. It doesn't look good. She doesn't need to do all of this to get attention. And why? She doesn't need to show so much. All right.
Okay. No to the bikini dresses.
Young Miami.
Love the tattoo though on the side.
No.
Young Miami. No to the.
I'm not crazy about the tattoo. No, I think
in my mind someday
I just don't like it.
Pink hair and really cool tattoo. My mom's gonna.
That's good. Yeah. I like that. You should do that. Ice Spice. I just thought she's adorable. I don't like the outfit. I didn't like it.
I love her hair.
She's so. I mean, hair, face up. She's gorgeous. Yeah, they all are beautiful.
Yeah. No to the bikini dresses.
I don't even know who this is. Doechi.
I didn't know. I realized I was no longer relevant when I didn't know 75% of these people.
I know when like NSYNC came up, I'm like, oh, I remember them. Oh. But they have gray hair. They have gray hair. Jared Leto. I mean, I'm just not following. I'm not following.
Who Renee? I don't know who Renee Rapp is.
Rapp. Terrible outfit.
You need to really get
terrible.
Involved.
Shoes, good. Sexy red. The wad of cash. Like, what is that saying?
So, this time I thought of wad of cash like that was when Pimp was trafficking a kid.
Yeah, that's
so
like
I had what some triggering going on.
What does that say to you? Big sexy, a wad of cash. I mean, I don't know. Listen, these people are so talented. Everybody's so talented. They're at the VMAs. What am I doing? I'm sitting here at Crime Stoppers talking. I mean, I get it.
It's fun to talk about.
It's fun to talk about.
I love the leather. Did you see Demi Lovato?
Yeah, beautiful.
Love the leather.
Well, the big shoulders.
I'm so, in my mind, I'm like, okay, not the leather with the
cutout, the buttock cutout.
Holes in the buttock area. Are you gonna bleep? Please bleep. Is this live?
No, okay, no more. Okay, oh my God. And who knew that Rami Malek had the same hair as Sean Penn now? Look at this is what Rami looks like now.
Okay, so yeah, Demi Lovato was. I mean, I love leather. Like y'all know, I wear leather on the stage.
Yeah.
Pleather, so I don't get all everybody.
Vegan leather.
I love vegan leather. I do have some, but
I mean,
I loved Demi Lovato. Nikki Hilton looked amazing.
Yeah, her mom.
Yeah,
her mom is aging beautifully.
What?
I mean, Selena Gomez.
I'm not about the bone licking the bones.
Sawiti?
Sawiti. Like sweetie, but Sawiti. I kind of like that, actually. It sounds Indian. Not
licking the bone? Like, why?
My husband would.
I think what I'm saying is you are beautiful. You are so talented.
You're stunning, which is naturally who you are.
You're obviously so talented. You guys are amazing. Why all of this?
But again, we're sitting at
Crime Stoppers. Looking at okay, I don't know who this is. Jimbo.
Don't know Jimbo.
No, she looks like it's Maleficent from Disney.
I do like the puffy though.
A lot of feathers. So those are my
to the gala.
You can't.
You can't come.
No, you can come do whatever you want. I'm going to do my makeup like Jared Leto.
Jeans. People are wearing jeans. Like if you had jeans with
somebody jeans.
Yeah, quite a few guys were wearing jeans. But my favorite were Demi Lovato, Nikki Hilton. Those are my faves.
We love Selena Gomez and Taylor Swift forever.
Yes.
Forever.
I have to say, at least Taylor Swift's bathing suit outfits are kind of, they're not like high and showing all this stuff. But I think we're just conservative women.
But I don't
conservative
even think
dressing
it's about
women.
That. No, I don't even think it's about that. I think for me, it's not so much about how much is covered. It's about the stunts in the look. You don't need it.
Ooh, I heard this really good part, and it has something to do with one of our other topics with Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
It was do your living first.
Yes, that's what Matthew just.
Yes, do your living first, and then if you're doing something great, then share it with the world. Don't do your living on social media. So it feels like they're doing they're living on social media, like creating things to be talked about. Does that make sense?
So let's go into that. So Matthew
Matthew
McConaughey, his son Levi just joined social media, and I
At 15.
love the way he and Camilla really thought through a strategy, talked about it before Levi had access to social media.
Right.
And so Matthew, I think it was a Today Show interview, so repeat that because I think it's such good advice.
Oh, I wish I had the quote right. He said, Levi, do your living first, and then if it's something substantial that the world needs to see, then share it on social media.
Yeah.
When it's time. Don't do your living on social media. Like, generate things to show how you're living. But if you're doing something substantial, it means something. It's amazing, it's innovative, or it's humanitarian focused, or exciting and fun. Just do it without the camera or the text or the comments, and then say, look, rather than generating stuff to do it. I just thought it was beautiful.
It is. It's actually very profound.
Yeah.
So you're like living your life, live your life, and don't feel like you're a slave to the posting.
Right.
To what's going to trend, what's going to get views, what's going to generate content.
But he's such a high, like Levi, I believe, is at such a higher risk for some of the things that we see where children of actors and artists really suffer a lot because their parents are so famous.
Tell me, what do you mean?
Well, like they get attacked, right? I mean, their parents are famous. They're expecting these children to either go in the same business or just be like open game to any criticism or, whether it was about their looks or their personality or the challenges they're going through. They don't get to live their life privately. So I think, 15, I think each child, is where the right maturity level is.
Yeah.
I let George and Gavin go earlier than that, but they had seen enough, we had talked enough that I felt like they could protect themselves to a certain extent and know what to do when you needed to. But at 15, even the 13, 12, 13, 14, and being the child of such famous people, they're attacking. Like, there's knives coming out, basically, socially.
But I feel there's some people that I feel like universally are loved.
Oh, so like
I feel like there are some families, like I think the way Matthew...
That they wouldn't attack them because they're so loved?
Everybody's attacked, yes. Everybody's attacked. But I do feel like they're not stirring the pot all the time. Like you look, I'll just say Travis Barker, for example. You look at his kids who are on social media. They are attacked. But they also kind of stir the pot with the things they do. I feel like Matthew, Camilla, Levi, the family, they're just like sort of a very grounded, well-rounded family.
So the risk
living
is lower
in Texas.
Of people attacking.
Yeah, I feel like they're not like out there poking, stirring the pot, creating issues. I think they're just kindly living.
Mean people out there.
There's a lot of mean people out there.
Look at Grizzy. She does all this great stuff and then she gets attacked. I'm just like, no. There's just some mean people. Just stop being mean people.
Everybody's so... I know. Come on. Be sweet. Be nice. That's our West Michigan program that we've partnered with called Be Nice.
Just be nice.
It means a lot of different things, but at the end of the day, it's like, can't people
don't be
just
fake.
Be nice.
Just be genuinely nice. So yes, I think the McConaughey's are handling.
I love
just want to be like them.
I'm trying to find you. Talk about be nice. Okay, it leads me to Pink.
Oh.
And that's what I was looking for on my phone.
Yes.
And I'm skipping, but...
She fought back.
She's amazing.
She's amazing. She fought back.
Do you want to tell the story, the background?
Yeah, you go into the story a little better than I...
Okay. Alicia Beth Moore Hart. Didn't know that was her full name. Alicia Beth Moore Hart. So Pink's birthday was September 8th. And all these people, of course, posting happy birthday. You're great. We love you. Well, one person on Twitter, X, whatever, posted...
Twitter X formerly known as Twitter.
But is that what we're supposed to say every single time?
I don't know. It's kind of like Prince again.
I don't know how to deal with it.
I just say Twitter.
Twitter, excuse me. Okay, birthday post.
But if we want Elon to come on, we better say X.
I'll say whatever. X. So September 8th, people are posting, and somebody posted somebody posted on her, like a happy birthday to her, but they posted a picture of a trans British comedian, Susie Eddy Izard, as, I guess, a dig at her. So, and I'm not sure what the dig is totally, but that's an insult to her. But she said, she replied to this person, and normally, listen, we're attacked at Crime Stoppers all the time, and you have like PR people. We work with one of the biggest PR companies, crisis PR companies in New York, and they always say, ignore the garbage, ignore the noise, and so we do. But I kind of like that she responded to this, and she said, quote, "Thank you so much. I just showed my 12-year-old daughter your post. I explained to her that I've never met you. I don't know you, and I have no idea why you would go out of your way to be so hateful. It was a good lesson in ignorance. Thank you. I still don't know you. Congrats. You're no one."
It's the end.
That's a little mean.
That I just, like, I'm like, oh, yeah, she's right on. Oh, this is great. The "you are no one."
This is a big dig right back at you.
Man, because that person is someone.
Yeah.
And that person may have some of their own trauma and may be mean because somebody wasn't nice to them. Like, there's something behind why that person did that. So just stay above it. Like, take the high road.
So when do you think it was right for her to reply?
I think it was absolutely right for her to reply. The "you are no one"
is where it went too far. She replied 2 more times. So most importantly, what a wasted opportunity here. There are so many pictures you could have chosen that were actually me that were worse than this picture, you nameless bleep. Be creative next time, dum-dum. And then I post these things to show the kids I know, my own kids as well, that we are all occasionally treated badly. I show them because they know me, and they know that my self-esteem does not rely on the opinions of others, nor does it rely on how many tickets I sell, good or bad, whatever. I love me. Now I shall sleep really, really well. I like that.
The
I like
dum-dum
that
was
third.
I do like the third. The dum-dum was funny. I was like, oh, dum-dum. Reminds me of the sucker like that.
Yeah.
I think she should have responded. I think that was good. I don't think she should respond to everything.
Yeah.
There's just mean people out there. I don't think she should have degraded. Just stay the high road. Be the better person.
So what about responding for a second? Because there are so many mean people. I like responding. Like, I like that Elon Musk responds to people.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't respond to everybody.
I do too.
You can't respond to, because sometimes there's, but
yeah,
like we got attacked for having, or somebody tried to attack us for having Mira Sorvino at our gala. You saw it, and made ridiculous claims, and they represent very important people, and they're sitting here making the most ridiculous claims. We chose to ignore them. They don't deserve any valuable attention. But then there's another part of me that was like, what would Elon Musk do?
I think it depends on the situation. He gets so much stuff.
He just kind
of has to pick the battles, right? Pick the battles to win the war. And I think that, I've done that before. They've never done it on social media, but it's been like when you hear hearsay from someone else that they've said something about you. And so, I'm known for calling someone and saying, hey, I heard you said this. This is what I say about you. We obviously don't see eye to eye. But let's just drop talking about each other. It's offensive, and it's not helping what we're trying to do in the world, to be good people. And so, and let's move forward or whatever. And sometimes you try to build that bridge, and then you think you build a bridge, and all of a sudden the bridge gets like blown up again. And then you're like, yeah, never mind. We'll not respond to ever hearing anything from you. Once bitten, twice shy, third like done. So I just think you have to choose which battle is the one worth fighting to see if it's going to help the end game of just being nice. Being good people. But I think she should have responded to that. That was nice, except for the dum-dum and you are no one. I know.
You are no one.
Yes.
I love that this wasn't a problem for you, but everything else was. Yeah. I'm highlighting words over here.
There are not too many words that are problems for me.
I know. You're so funny. I love it.
You gotta. Okay. So let's talk about.
Speaking of.
Mira Sorvino. So exciting. She's joining Dancing with the Stars. She's coming to see us at our gala.
I know.
And I think so many people are going to learn so many things about her. But let's talk about Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, my gosh.
What?
Could you ever do dancing? Could you ever do dance? Do you know how to dance?
In my own 1980s Howard Jones.
Oh, gosh. We got to play music.
Skid Row.
We've got to play music.
Hell no.
Oh, gosh.
You don't want to see me dance.
Rania, do you dance?
I love dancing.
Do you? What kind of dance do you like?
Anything.
Country?
No, I don't know how to dance country. Where would
That's
I know
not
how to?
anything.
How would I know how to dance country?
You're in Texas.
I know, but it's weird that that's the first thing you ask me.
Because you've lived here and you claim
True.
you're Texan now, and we got the
Actually, it's
Texas
very true.
two-step thing.
Do you know how to do the two-step?
Well, of course I do. I'm a native Texan.
Where'd you learn it?
Well, I don't know. My mom used to have like every color of hats and boots you can imagine.
Okay.
In your blood.
My Persian father was
Of
like the Persian
course.
cowboy. My dad was like the Persian cowboy.
Seriously, you all know how to do the two-step?
If you're born here, it's just like it runs through your veins.
Okay.
It's like
at every party
Yeah.
or whatever quinceañera.
yeah. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. So damn
Okay,
simple.
you'll
So
teach
what are
me.
you doing? Like the waltz and the moringa or something? Moringa?
There's like regular music on, and
Like
you
you
do
mean club dance?
like
Oh, I do. I'm like
I'm not like 1990
at
at,
the
at a
1990s?
and
like
back in
energy
Boston.
and numbers. And
Yeah, I
5400.
mean, I didn't have any of that, but in Boston. But no, I love music and I love to dance, and I'll dance to anything. And I like
for
Arabic.
country.
I've never even been in a situation. Although
You've never been to a honky tonk?
one time, Crime Stoppers had an event all the way up on 45, and Corbett Parker.
Yeah, oh, Corbett Parker.
He's
yeah.
like, "You're coming to dance," and I was like, "Corbett, I don't know how to dance to any of this music." And he's like, "Let's just try." And I did not know how to dance to any of that music, but I've never ever been in that situation before
Wow.
or again.
We are not going to go the next decade.
There's a really
getting-
big place on 45.
There's also
North.
one on Katy on Moe's. Some friends of ours own it.
Okay.
And so we're gonna have to do the Moe's thing.
Okay.
It's like good old honky tonk. And I'm thinking that you and Rami need to practice before you take you out there.
Oh God, I mean,
Because this will be some footage that we put
yeah. Oh, God.
and it will be so much fun.
We'll find other footage. To
So
put
if
in
you
the back.
don't do moringa or whatever, the
Well-
foxtrot, the
just like regular music, if you're out somewhere or there's
like-
whatever you do.
do you keep it in the box?
I don't. I sometimes I keep it in the box, like Hitch.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't keep it in the box. Arabic music is the most fun, of course,
No,
for
stop
for
it.
me.
Persian music is the most
Persian
fun.
music. That I agree with you. I'm obsessed with Persian. The Persian dialect is the most beautiful to me. But I'm excited to see Mira Sorvino. And it's funny because when we were talking to their office, there was like this big discussion, the SAG strike and so many different things, but also that she had some big things she was working on after our gala, and now we know what it is. So she's going to be on Dancing with the Stars. She has a good partner too. I forgot who
I don't
he
know.
is.
But do you know what she says is why she's doing it?
Why?
To honor her dad.
No.
So ready?
Is her dad?
We used to watch. So I know this whole dad thing for us. Rania and I lost our dads very close together within the time frame. And she says we used to watch all the Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers and Gene Kelly movies together. Oh,
So sweet.
like that's twofold for me. One is my dad used to love to do karaoke and sing. He was the most amazing dancer. You've probably seen on Facebook. My dad's dancing. And we love movies. So it's like just hit it all for me. So she's doing it to honor her dad. And then she said she's also dancing for herself as well, which is really important, and her girls, referencing Mathea and Lucia.
That is so sweet.
I know. I thought that's cool. But you think we can get her to demo her dancing skills
I don't know
at
if
the
she'll have
gala?
started.
Oh, that's right. 'Cause she's going the next day to New
Yes.
York.
Maybe you can teach her how to do the Texas two-step at the gala.
I bet she knows how to two-step.
Well, what that makes me think about is,
We need a dance floor.
no, but that's a good idea. We need ideas. The Crime Stoppers Gala is so wonderfully difficult to plan because we deal with such hard topics. And so it's hard to have like a fun, carefree, crazy night. We want to keep it mission centered, but we don't want it to be a sad night either or like a heavy night. So give us ideas on how to like revamp the Crime Stoppers Gala because I think we want to do a revamp.
Turn it into a honky tonk.
We'll turn it into a honky tonk. That's the next
Let's
move.
turn it into a competition where you change the music on the fly.
I will win.
Rania and Rami have to dance.
No, I didn't say Rami can dance.
That
Rania
style.
likes to dance. Oh, that's so funny.
that style with Andy Kahn.
Oh, Andy.
For every amount, like we can have levels of money raised.
Yes.
So every time we hit a different money level, it changes to a different style of dance. And
I would surprise you with my moves.
Oh.
I will
I
surprise
think
you.
you should do it.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, we do.
Right? That's such a great idea.
I know.
The girls are going to be mortified, but I think
So
we
in
can do it.
France-
Pointing was bad.
Oh my God, the French is bad. No, they know that like their mother loves dance. So in France, New Year's, I'm always in Boston, and this year because my dad, I just couldn't do it. So we went to France, and we were in this a ski town, and we went to dinner on New Year's, and they played such great music, but they're so formal. Like where we were, everybody was sitting having this nice dinner, and I was like, I can't do it. I got up and started dancing in the restaurant. And then all the other tables started to get up. No, I wasn't.
Totally sober.
I wasn't drinking.
I love it.
And then I started
will dance for us.
dancing.
I'm super excited.
I love it. I'm so excited to have her.
20 years as a humanitarian.
Well, that's the most important thing. She has done so much work to raise awareness around trafficking and to fight
Well, and the fact she stood up for herself against
with
Weinstein.
Weinstein. Yeah, this is all. We will talk to her about all of this at our gala, October 12th. Tickets are still available. Go to crime-stoppers.org. It's like the first thing you're going to see on the slider. Give us ideas about what you think we should be doing for our gala moving forward. What else? Take some polls. We want to send you to Spotify to take some polls. We'll be throwing
Poll on if Rania should do a dance off for money. We're auctioning off her dancing skills. Should we do that?
If people want to give to us but don't live in Houston, like could they give to Gala?
They can. If you want to make a donation to Gala and you don't live in Houston, still go to crime-stoppers.org. You'll see the Gala slider. It's under under events, and you can just donate. Donate in honor of a cause, in honor of Mira Servino, in honor of our chair Jen, and her husband. Our chairs, Jen and her husband.
Bob Unanue.
Bob Unanue. We're honoring Goya Cares, and Bob Unanue, President and CEO of Goya, who was also on our podcast last season. In honor of so many different things, please support the work we're doing. Follow the podcast, rate the podcast. This was sort of a fun...
You're not donating towards our fashion skills.
Yes,
or
no, our
news
fashion analysis.
And current events skills.
No.
But
we I mean, it's fun to talk about current events.
Hey, what if I can auction off you having to wear a bikini dress?
Lord have mercy, no. That's not happening.
Andy.
Andy wasn't Andy, I mean, Andy's had some pretty interesting careers before this.
Wear leather. You wear the bikini dress.
I'm not wearing the bikini dress. Although I've been working out, I still won't wear the bikini dress. Can I just say one thing before we wrap this up? Sure. Kathy Griffin. Where is she 365 days? Like she only pops up when there's like a hot topic news item and then she like rattles it a little bit and then goes away. I don't know. Just a weird thing I've noticed. Kathy Griffin, red hair now, face looks a little different.
So she pops up and goes away. I would love to whack-a-mole her, but
no, I mean, I'm just like, it's weird. It's weird. She just kind of pops up. She kind of throws her 2 cents and then you just don't hear about her.
because we all need to know what our 2 cents are.
Guys, thank you for following us on the Balanced Voice podcast.
Thank you.
Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Rate it, share it. Let us know what else you want to hear about and guests you want to see. We'll see you all next time. Take care,
Well,
everybody.
please view it and subscribe so we actually will get confirmation that we are funny as we think we are.
I've never thought I was funny.
I think I'm
Ever.
hilarious.
No,
and
no.
stupidly hilarious.
I'm my sister's always like, why did God bless me with such a nerdy sister? Always.
Thanks for tuning in to today's Balanced Conversation. You can find real solutions and tangible resources in our show notes at thebalancedvoicepodcast.com. To join the conversation, follow us on Instagram at The Balanced Voice Podcast and on Twitter at @BalancedVoice_. Stay up to date on Rania's work by following her at The Rania Report, and we can't wait to see you next week for another Balanced Conversation.